Hi, it's Giselle Thompson. Welcome to the Live the Life You Want series, where you'll learn practical ideas and strategies on how to overcome adversity, be happy, and live the life of your dreams. I decided to do this series because I myself was in a dark place some time ago, and I learned a lot about how to just turn things around and look at things a little bit differently and get help from other sources to give me new ideas. And today, this series is about that. I have the pleasure today to introduce you to Gina Daniels. Gina Daniels has a lot of experience working with shy people. She's a leading coach on helping others become confident, assertive, and empowered. She believes that life is too short to live a mediocre and disempowered life. You know, after spending years, she was explaining to me of being unconfident and believing that she was not good enough. She made it her mission to overcome this state of mind, and has now made it her life purpose to help others to make the changes they need to make to live an empowered and confident life. She's really a lot of fun, very straightforward approach, and she's really keen to help you achieve the confidence that will help you live the life of your dreams. And one of the reasons, or a couple of reasons why I wanted to work with Gina is, first of all, she was recommended by a colleague and another guest speaker in the series, Brigitte Pestalozzi. She has a fabulous interview with Brigitte speaking about relationships and finding happiness and defining how you feel in your relationships. But today, it's really about confidence and overcoming the adversity, the challenges that come up with feeling intensely shy. And I think all of us, to some extent, have experienced this. I know I have. There's that fear of rejection, there's the social anxiety, there's the desire to get to know people who matter to us, but we prefer smaller settings and fewer people. So I'm looking forward to hearing what Gina will share with you about how to bring to the fore your strengths that are within you that can get kind of jammed up when you're too shy, too timid to step forward or speak your mind or even share your dreams. So welcome, Gina. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you, Giselle. Thanks for such a wonderful, warm welcome today. I'm really excited to do this interview because it's not only an issue I dealt with for a good portion of my life. I think it's something that people, a lot of people have shyness in different degrees. Some people are extremely shy and some people are a little bit shy, and it tends to hold you back.
Yeah. Yep. Like you said, I think we've all been there to a greater or lesser degree. So this is awesome that you're focusing on that. So today's focus, we talked about it ahead of time, and we settled on overcoming shyness to live the life of your dreams. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to start with the first question. In your opinion, how does shyness interfere with people being able to live the life they want?
Well, it completely your way, because what happens is you generally have a lack of self-confidence when you're shy, and some self-esteem issues. So when you believe that you're less than and you don't have that personal power to step forward, you tend to settle for sort of a mediocre life. You don't tend to go for what you really want because it's the shyness that's holding you back, that lack of self-confidence. So it completely holds you back.
Okay.
Another thing I just want to add here too is shy people generally will not ask for what they want.
Yep.
And that's totally one of the keys to live the life that you want. You've got to ask for what you want. If you're not asking, you're not going to get anything.
Yes. I remember reading Jack Canfield's book, The Success Principles.
Yes.
And the chapter was called The Ask. And I'm like, well, that seems innocuous enough. And it was really about the sale, but he called it The Ask. And his whole point was, doesn't matter if they say yes or no, it's that you're asking. I'm like,
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow. I didn't think of it that way. I'll try my best here. Try my best. But you have some ideas too. on practical tools and techniques that people can apply to help reduce the impact of shyness so that they can get on with living the life of their dreams, because this is what you specialize in, is helping people who are timid. So tell us, what practical tools and techniques have you shared and do you recommend to the audience today to apply in their life?
Yeah. So I want to kind of cover three main principles or three main things to help people today. One of the very first things that you're going to need to do is to look at what your beliefs are. Like, what's underneath all that shyness? What's underneath all that lack of confidence and self-esteem? So you're going to want to kind of get out a pen and paper and literally write down your beliefs. So you might write about, like, I believe money is. I believe happiness is. I believe I am. You know, looking at different aspects of your life, because you want to be really truthful on what is the belief below your behavior. Right. Let's say, for instance, I believe I am not smart. Right. I want to write that down. I want to look at it in black and white to really see what is kind of maneuvering me on my journey. What are my beliefs that are maneuvering me? And typically with shy people or people that lack confidence, they're negative beliefs. Right. And, you know, how do you, if you believe money is the root of all evil, well, how are you ever going to get money? Or you believe that you are not worthy, you're never going to go out and get something you really want. So we want to take a look at what's really kind of driving us, because those are our driving beliefs in our lives. Then we're going to ask ourselves, once we look at all those beliefs, do we want to keep that belief or do we want to change it? So we're going to take a look at that and say, so if I believed I'm not smart, I'm going to look at that in black and white, and I'm going to say, yeah, okay, I'm not smart. Well, I don't want to keep that belief because obviously it's not going to help me get the life I really want. So typically you're going to look at it, you're going to make a choice at that moment. You're going to say, am I choosing to keep this belief or am I choosing to work on changing it, right? So you're going to typically want to reverse it. So in I am not smart, I would tend to put I am smart. So it's the opposite.
But what if you really don't believe it?
Well,
or what if you really believe the negative thing? Like, sometimes you get so caught up in being convinced that it's true.
Yeah.
How do we break that?
So we have to kind of play detective here a little bit, because we gathered thoughts to confirm that belief in our mind. So if I believed I'm not smart, I might focus on, oh, well, I failed my math test, and you know, I didn't get the job I wanted, or whatever kind of beliefs that I want, thoughts that I want to align with that belief. So it's your job now to start looking for evidence that is the opposite. So for me, I'm not smart. Well, several years ago, I decided to sell my own home without a real estate agent. Right? Yeah.
Why not?
Right? Well, obviously that took some smarts. I had to look up the legal paperwork. I had to, you know, get it all organized. I had to hold open house. It took smarts. So see, now I can add that. So reasons why I am that new belief. So I'm sort of playing a detective. I'm gathering information and evidence to support the new belief. Because it's very interesting. We can gather information for the negative belief, and we can gather information for the positive belief.
Okay, so you said think about, like, put it on black and white, like write it out. Think about your beliefs, what's underneath, and then you said you had a third one.
So think about what it is, and you need to change it. So you have to ask yourself, right? Like, do I want to, you know, and most people won't do this, but you say, do I want to keep that one? Well, say, yeah, I do. Well, then you know you're going to end up stuck where you are.
Okay.
But if you look at it and you say, you know, I no longer want to think I'm unattractive. Like, that's another one. Women are famous for that. You know, I believe I'm not attractive, right? And then we'll look around our body and we'll say, oh, well, my hips are too big. I've got a pot belly, you know, my whatever. I've got hazel eyes. This is all unattractive to me. You know, whereas then if we say, hold on a minute, we want to change that belief to I am attractive. Now we have to support it with some new evidence, right? So we might look in the mirror and go, yeah, actually, I've got really nice hazel eyes, or wow, I've got a
Okay.
nice curved figure. Or so looking at it in a different perspective
Okay.
to gain some positive elements and thoughts to reinforce the new belief. At first, it's going to seem a little bit like,
Okay.
oh, well, you know, I still believe that, but you got to kind of work on it and keep getting evidence to support that. It's kind of like amazing when you flip the switch, how your mind changes too.
Okay.
It's like, you know, that analogy of you decide you want to buy a red Honda Civic, and then you start driving down the road, and the next thing you see one turn a corner in front of you, and then and suddenly you
Right.
see 50 red Hondas, because now your mind's set for
Right.
that. So now if you want to set your mind for the new belief, the more positive belief,
Okay.
our mind becomes more alert to gather the positives.
So I got a little bit of a troublemaker smile, because I got a question for you around your strategy. So the belief is, I am shy. How
Okay.
do you work through the I am shy?
Yeah. Perfect. Love it. Okay. So let's say you say, I'm shy, and that's a belief you no longer want to hold about yourself. So you're going to want to rotate it. So you would say, I am, say, confident. Say you reversed it with
Okay.
I'm confident, right? And then you're going to look at all the areas in your life that you are confident.
Okay.
Because most people are not shy at a 360 kind of way, right? So maybe you'll say, okay, I'm really confident in the job that I do. I'm excellent at it, right? So starting to pull different things forward to try to kind of increase that mindset that you can be there too.
Have you seen that? Have you witnessed that with people that you've worked with, where they've really done a 180 on being
Yes,
very, very reserved to being completely and fully confident? Yes?
absolutely.
Are there
Yeah.
examples that you're comfortable sharing without divulging personal information about, how people have gone from a particular
Yeah.
fear or timidity to shyness
Yeah.
to just being fully doing all the amazing things that they dreamed about doing, that they're now living it? Like, can you
Absolutely.
share some testimonials that you've seen yourself?
Sure, absolutely. You know, when you're asking me that, I'm thinking of a client of mine named Dave. And Dave came to me, and he was extremely shy. He was very timid. He was a very bright, very intelligent guy, but didn't see that in himself. He had gotten himself into a job at a fairly decent company. However, he was making much less than he should have been, because he would tend to get kind of passed over. Right? He was almost sort of like in the background. He wouldn't speak up. That wasn't the only area in his life. In his dating life, he hadn't dated for several years. Women that he dated in the past tended to be women that sort of came onto him or initiated. And, he went through my Goodbye Shy Guy program, and we worked on his beliefs. That was a huge thing, like switching those beliefs up and working through the process. And by the end of the time that we had spent together, we'd spent 3 months together, he had gone into his boss. He had talked about his value in the company. He had this meeting where he explained to his boss where he had saved. He had saved his company hundreds of thousands of dollars, and when he got that confidence to step forward like that, he was able to increase his salary, I think something like $30,000. Like, insane. Yes. Okay. Then Dave also had really liked this girl at his work for years. So he finally got the confidence to start chatting with her and kind of move it from platonic work friend to let's go out on a date. So I'm happy to say Dave is now married to this lady.
No way.
So it's absolutely, you can overcome these things. And,
Okay.
it's a mindset, and you have to put the energy and effort into it. It's not just going to come to you. Like, you have to know this is a process that you're going to start. So absolutely. So when I think of Dave, I feel such happiness because I think here's someone who could have lived a life where he would have been not earning the money he deserved, not, dating the woman that he eventually marries. Like, his life would have been very different. So huge differences.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I heard your title there. That's really cool too. That's cute. Goodbye, Shy Guy.
Yes. Goodbye, Shy Guy.
Yeah. That's really a lot of fun.
Thank you.
It says what it is.
It says what it is, right?
And I guess for women, it's Goodbye, Shy Gal.
Goodbye, Ms. Shy.
Miss Shy. Oh, that's nice. So I do have another question that's come to my mind.
Sure.
And so I know I'm throwing you a little bit of a question we're going to discuss, but it just occurred to me. In your experiences working with people who are shy, have you found that there's a common pattern of kind of like the big ones, like the big blocks, like the blockages that kind of come up over and over again? Like you mentioned earlier, I'm not smart, I'm not pretty, I'm not like,
yeah.
So in your experience, where do those blocks tend to gravitate around? Like what kind of mindset thoughts?
So one reoccurring thought that I see over and over is, I am not good enough.
I am not good enough.
I am not good enough. Right? And they can kind of start wherever. Some people, like myself, it really started in childhood for me. I picked up messages in my original family that I was not good enough, right? Some people, it gets triggered later on in life. Like, maybe they end up in a relationship that, an abusive type relationship that doesn't work out. And from that, they walk away with the message of, I'm not good enough. Or even work. Sometimes people go into work, and then, again, it's kind of a lot of times some kind of, I'm going to really deem it as abusive kind of behavior or abusive environment. They can step away from that thinking they're not good enough. So quite often, I would say probably 90% of the time, it's messages we hear out here that we take in and we hold on to it. Right? Yeah.
So I am not good enough. Like that's by and large the biggest one. Like
absolutely
80%.
Yeah.
Okay. Like roughly.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Huge.
And you said that you've been doing this for quite some time. Yeah. Because it's coming through a lot in your confidence speaking about what to help people with.
Yeah. And Giselle, let me just tell you this. Some of the clients that I work with, these people are gorgeous, right? And appear to be very smart. And yet below all of that, they still have the I'm not good enough belief.
They must feel so awesome when they release that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Finally be free of that chatter.
Yeah. It's the little gremlin on your shoulder, right? Right? And it repeats itself.
Yeah.
And it goes around with you and, everywhere you go. And if you hear that message, I'm not good enough, you are not going to feel like you want to push yourself forward in your life. To live the life that you really want to, the life of your dreams. Right?
Yeah. And I imagine you also get into wanting to prove yourself, which is, a whole bunch, it's a bit of a different dynamic as well. So instead of owning your dream and living it and being present in it, it's almost like you're chasing something because you're proving something.
Well, when you have a belief like that too, doesn't matter how far you set your bar, you will never believe like you've achieved it.
Yeah.
Right. So they don't walk away feeling satisfied, even when they do good things.
Even if they did amazing things.
Yeah.
That's right. That's a good point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is there anything you would like to leave pardon me. Yes, we'll get to your free gift after. So yes. So is there anything you would like to leave the audience with as a key message, something to remember? Like you forget everything else today, what's that one thing you want them to remember in their heart?
So the one thing I really want people to walk away from this interview is that confidence, gaining more confidence, is a learned skill. You know, just like you learn how to drive and you learn how to do your job, you can learn how to be more confident. So
Wow.
don't ever think for a second that if you're not confident enough, oh, well, this is the way I am, right? You can
Okay.
totally learn how to become more confident. So, you know, it is a skill. So I guess I really would like people to walk away with that they can gain more confidence, they can gain higher self-esteem, they can empower themselves.
Wow, that does sound empowering for sure.
Yeah.
Learn the skill. You're not stuck. You're not stuck with it the rest of
Not
your life.
stuck here.
At
You're not
all.
stuck here.
Not even close.
Yes.
So you were telling me a little bit about the free gift that you wanted to share with the audience.
Yes,
Tell us more.
absolutely. Yes. So what I'm going to do is for the first 20 people that connect with me, they can send me an email. If they go on goodbyeshyguy.com, they can email me through there, and I will do a one-on-one free confidence coaching session.
Hmm.
They will be 1 hour each. So for the first 20 people. So that's what I would like to give away
That's
as my free
awesome.
gift today.
That's awesome. And we'll have that information posted too on our webpage, your
Awesome.
website, so they'll find it quickly.
That's great.
That's exciting.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Gina, for your time. It was really nice meeting you. I'm really glad Brigitte connected us. I'm very excited about the work that you're doing to help people come out of their
Thank you.
shell and really not be stuck, because it's not a state of being, it's a skill, right?
Yeah,
It's a
that's
skill.
right.
So thanks again. I really appreciate your time. And I want to thank the audience, the listeners, for tuning in today. Um, Definitely feel comfortable to take Gina up on her offer to help you deal with these things. They don't have to keep getting in the way of you living the life that you want, that you know deep inside is there waiting for you. You just have to, pick up the phone, send an email, find a website, and she'll be able to help you for sure. And definitely do tune in for other interviews in this series where we're looking at different aspects of how to overcome adversity, be happy, and live the life of your dreams. The experts that are out there are incredible. They have a lot of experience, and they draw on a lot of personal insight and knowledge. And it's been a great journey learning from them. And I hope you also have the opportunity to learn from them as well. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Giselle. This has been great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So bye-bye, everyone. See you
Bye
soon.
bye.